You're a billionaire, a young billionaire at that. I'm just saying, you know, so.
Don't come to my house asking me for $20.
What's up, fashionpreneurs? My name is Aaliyah, and welcome back to Fashionpreneur on Demand. First off, I want to thank all my new subscribers because your girl been over here growing. We are on the road to 500K, and we will get there. And today, I want to let you guys know you have come to like the best fashion and beauty business channel on YouTube, and we will grow. Over here, we speak about all things fashion and beauty entrepreneurship and turning your creativity into profits. So no matter wherever you are on your entrepreneurial journey, whether you're just starting out or maybe you've had your business a while and you're just needing to get some help with rebranding, reestablishing, or maybe you're up there and you're just wanting some other tips, you're all welcomed here on this channel. So make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you'll be notified whenever I'm dropping a new video. All right, so let's get into it. So no scams, no shortcuts, just the blueprint for creating a powerhouse brand that actually serves a purpose and makes you real money. Okay, so grab yourself a pen and a notebook and a cup of tea, and let's get into it, sis. Get to these coins. So the first thing is obviously choosing the right niche in the fashion or beauty industry. It's very crucial for standing out and building a profitable business. So you need to start by identifying your interest, your experience, and just overall long-term goals. You know, whether it's sustainable fashion, luxury streetwear, organic skincare, wigs, hair extensions, just do some time researching the market, using Google Trends, Amazon bestsellers, TikTok trends, and just competitor analysis to ensure there's a strong customer base once you have a niche in place, right? Because we want something that sells. So make sure after you've got your niche, you break down the costs, including the product, the sourcing, the packaging, the shipping, website fees, marketing, and just overall expenses. So we're going to be comparing Rihanna's Fenty Beauty empire in today's video. She's kind of like the inspiration behind today's video because sis is a billionaire. So now when we talk about building a billion-dollar brand, there is no better example than Rihanna. Okay? Sis became a billionaire 4 years ago off of her Fenty Beauty empire. And she never really talked about how she did it. So I had to do the research for y'all so I can come back and give it to you. You can use the same formula that she did for her business, right? So first off, she didn't just put her name and slap it on a product and hope for the best. Like, she actually researched and saw a gap in the beauty industry within foundation, right? So for decades, Black women were not really included in, having shades in the foundation industry. Like, there was no inclusivity. Women of color, especially dark-skinned women, were struggling finding the right shades, and she started as a problem, and then she launched her Fenty Beauty line with over 40 shades foundation, 40 foundation shades right out the gate. And that's something that no other mainstream beauty brand has ever done. At the most, there's usually about 12 to 15 shades. So 40 is just like really up there. And I think she got 50 now after she relaunched. She was solving a real problem for real people. So it wasn't just about makeup. It was about inclusivity and making all skin tones and colors feel welcome that they can wear her products too. Right off the bat, she made over $100 million in the first 40 days after she launched. Okay. And now here it is years later. It is a multi-billionaire brand with skincare, hair care, cosmetics, lingerie, all up under one umbrella because it's Fenty Beauty Enterprise, right? So what is the lesson here? If you want to build a successful brand, you don't need to so-called invent something new. You just need to improve on something that's already out there. What's out there that people use every day where they say, oh, I wish they had this. I wish they had that. I wish this was in our size. Why isn't this catered to us? Is there like a demographic restriction? Start looking at those problems and then you'll get the answer that you're looking for, sis, because we don't need to invent something. We just need to improve on something that's already out there, right? Now, let's get into the next subject. Let's talk about how you can apply this to your own brand, right? Whether it's fashion, beauty, or maybe you do a little bit of both. So step one is to find a problem and solve it, which is what I was just speaking about. It's to identify a gap in the market. You know, what's missing? What do people complain about? Go to your competitors' websites and actually look at the reviews and see, you know, with the low reviews, what were people complaining about these products? There's nothing better than to go to the celebrity websites, go to Fenty Beauty, go to Skims and look in these review comments and see what people were complaining about, and then use that to your advantage to improve on your own product. It's brilliant. It's free information, right? So maybe you want to create a shapewear brand to make, you know, shapewear more inclusivity like Kim Kardashian did with Skims. Or maybe you want to create a luxury men's care skincare line because the men's skincare is not as diverse as, you know, women's skincare. Once you find that problem, that's your goal mine, sis. You take that and you run with it. Okay. So now we want to get into scaling your brand like Rihanna. Now, here's the thing. Do not try to launch multiple products all at the same time at once. This is where a lot of entrepreneurs fail. They want to drop skincare and hair care and makeup and cosmetics and accessories and shoes and all these different things all at the same time without testing out one thing first and mastering that. And so what happens is they start spending way too much money thinking that they got to create a warehouse instead of just having one product. It's never the products that's the problem. It's your marketing. So Rihanna started solely with Fenty Beauty. It was nothing but makeup. And after she mastered that and sold the heck out of that, then she expanded to Fenty Skin and Fenty Hair and Savage X Fenty and all of that, right? She didn't launch all those products at the same time. That's what you call growing an enterprise. You're expanding as you grow, right? We don't want to go broke before we've made back our return on investment, right? So don't do that. If you're starting with let's say for instance, a clothing brand, nail your first collection first. Once you've nailed that first collection, then you can expand into accessories and handbags and shoes, because now you got something that's going to complement something that's already working for your audience. So always start with one category first. If you're in the beauty industry, start with makeup or skincare or hair care. Don't try to do all three at first because you don't know how it's going to be. Next thing I want to get into is your social media, building a team, and how you're going to run your social media strategy. So obviously you cannot run everything yourself. Like, let's look at Rihanna again. She's got Fenty Beauty. She's got Fenty Hair. She's got Fenty Skin. She's got Savage X Fenty, right? So she's got 4 different brands up under one enterprise. All of these different brands have separate social media accounts on Instagram. If you don't know, go on Instagram and look. They have separate accounts. She's not marketing all these products up under one account. So she's got 4 different social media teams managing all these accounts, creating the graphics and the content and all of that. You cannot be the CEO, the marketing director, the content designer, and the model and the face of the brand and run operations. Okay. You're going to need help managing your social media, your influencer collaborations, customer service, and just overall operations, right? But at this point, this is where you have scaled your business to where you can afford to hire a team. So don't jump in trying to hire a team and hire people on too soon when you ain't got consistent cash flow coming in, right? So we want to get into marketing. Leveraging influencers and UGC creators is the number one thing that most fashion and beauty businesses are doing in the industry. And I'm not just talking about regular micro influencers. You need to collaborate with luxury lifestyle influencers like Aaliyah Face and Cairo Dominique. You need to collaborate with people who create high-end luxury premium quality content that makes people want to click, buy, and sell. Because if you've never checked out their channels, like, you're gonna be like, oh, I want to add that to cart, I want that. The production is so nice that they present, and if you have a premium brand and your cost point is up there, you want people creating the most best high quality content there is, because that's what's going to help you to build brand credibility and to reach your specific target audience that you are going for your brand. So quality of content and types of influence that you choose to do business with actually really does matter. Now, however, if you're looking for a more cost-effective savings for marketing, and you're not ready to invest in influencers and UGC creators, your best bet is going to be networking events, sis. And I have a video on my channel about how to host networking events. But even if you're not hosting networking events, just start attending networking events in your area. Start looking on Eventbrite, start looking on Facebook, start networking with people, see if they're going to pop-up shops and networking events for Black women and entrepreneurs. That's the quickest way to get your QR code scanned, hand out your business card, get people following your brand online, and see if you can get some organic traffic and sales and engagement that way. Now, I'm only saying this if you don't have the budget to do the paid advertising at this point in your brand, because everybody does not be there at that point. So you have to learn how to use your resources. I started out hosting networking events for my brand, and I started getting organic traffic that way. And then after that, I wanted to automate my business, put my business on autopilot. I wanted people coming to my store overnight, not having to have to always go out somewhere and hand out my business card. So then I invested in paid advertising. Then I started investing in UGC creators. So you can always work your way up. You don't have to start up here paying hundreds and thousands of dollars to creators and you can't afford that, right? So start at the lowest and then work your way up. That is the best advice I can give to anybody who's struggling with marketing and just don't really have a big budget for marketing right now. So another thing I want to do talk about as far as like paying attention and engaging with your audience on social media to overall get feedback about your products that you are offering. I would definitely suggest to do polls, do feedback, ask questions to your audience. Hey, what did y'all think about the new collection that we launched last month? What did y'all not like about it? Did y'all want more colors? Did y'all want it to have a different fabric? Did y'all want it in different styles? Start asking them that, because there's nothing better than asking the audience what they want you to improve on or what they want to see next. So that way you're not wasting money, time, and energy investing in inventory that your audience is really not looking for. If you bought a jumpsuit that came in 6 colors and 2 of those colors didn't sell well, then you don't need to reinvest in those colors again. So make sure that you are paying attention to your metrics, paying attention to what is in demand and what is not in demand, and also making sure that you are getting feedback from your audience on new collections so you know how to improve going forward. Because fashion is expensive, inventory is expensive, and one thing, like I said in my last video, you don't want hundreds and thousands of inventory sitting in storage. You want to be invested in things that's going to sell and based on what your target audience is looking for. So there's nothing better than to actually do a poll asking them, what do they like? What do they want to see next? What did they not like about this? Because when you're a brand owner, what I realized is when we're designing our websites, we think it looks amazing because it's our brand and we're excited about it. And it's something that we're just so proud to have done and accomplished. But then when somebody else goes and look at the website and you get a second eye, it's like, oh, I wish this category was over here. Oh, the words are too small. I wish that she had her best sellers up here at the top. You know, they're going to critique it. And that's, a lot of people take criticism really bad, but as a business owner, that's an advantage to me because you're telling me what you would like to see improved on, and that's going to keep you coming back to me shopping. So never take constructive feedback as a negative thing because they are telling you what they want. They're telling you what they want to see. They're telling you how to improve your brand so that you can continuously get the revenue in, sis. So make sure that you guys are engaging with your audience and followers and asking them for feedback every time you launch a new collection or a new product. So that way you know where to go in the next season. Now, there are times where you may have to rebrand. I have rebranded twice in 4 years, and there's honestly nothing wrong with rebranding because when you are a new entrepreneur, when it just over time, you're just going to elevate. It's just like with YouTube. When you first start YouTube, your videos are like crap. Your audio's not good. Your lighting's not good. You're not speaking confidently on camera. And then over time, repetition, it just gets better. So it's the same thing with having a fashion and a beauty brand. Your Instagram may not look good right now, but in 2 years, it may look amazing because it's trial and error. It's like, okay, now my designs have improved. Now my lighting has improved. Now I've been able to invest in professional photography. Now I have a social media manager to, keep the social media pages looking really good and engaged. Those are things that are going to improve over time. So don't be bummed because you feel like nobody's going to like your brand because right now you just started or you're still trying to improve and get into the rhythm of things. We all grow over time. Nobody's perfect when they first start YouTube or start a business in general. I am my most biggest critic, and it took me actually critiquing my own brand for me to realize, oh yeah, I gotta step this up. This is if my target audience is this person and they coming over here looking at my website and it looks like this, they're probably not gonna buy. Because what you have to understand is whatever the price point is of your products, it needs to match the quality and presentation of your content. If your website does not look good, but your products is $200 to $300, do you really think that they're gonna purchase from you? No. So you have to make sure that you are being consistent with your online social media presence and your website, your product packaging, and just your overall marketing efforts, sis. Everything needs to be A+. Okay. And that's why I say start studying your competitors. Study Kim Kardashian. Study Rihanna. Study Selena Gomez. They're the billionaires. They have $1 billion fashion and beauty industries. And it's nothing better than studying people who are already making it. That's exactly what I do. So if you made it to the end of this video, please give this video a thumbs up because it lets me know that YouTube appreciates this content and we can continue to create videos like this for more people and more aspiring entrepreneurs. Make sure you give me a comment down and below and let me know what you thought about this video and what you would like to see for the next video. Again, feedback is so important to me. Thank you so much for watching. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button if this is your first time here. I welcome you to come back to this channel. I'm creating this channel to be the go-to for all things fashion and beauty related so that you can have everything and all the knowledge and all the tools and all the expertise and community all in one space. So that is my goal here. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also, I have done the liberty of creating an ebook for this video, which is going to be a basic step-by-step 10-step guide on how to transform and build a fashion or beauty empire. So instead of coming back to this video or trying to refer to your notes, you can have this ebook right in front of you. So if you're at the beginning phases of your business, you can actually follow through and check off Every time you got something completed, write notes on it, and it just kind of just keeps things very organized for a new aspiring entrepreneur or even somebody who's just looking to improve on their business. It's a step-by-step 10 page guide, and I just really recommend it to all entrepreneurs in the fashion and beauty industry because it really keeps me up to date per month on what I need to do. If I'm in the marketing phase, if I'm in the launch phase, and it just makes things more easier when you have things written down versus having to go back to a video and watch. Because we know as entrepreneurs, we don't always have time to watch a YouTube video, but we got time to actually read something and take note of it. So I'll have a link to that ebook down in the description box below. It is only $20, so basically less than a tank of gas money. So it's very affordable for everyone, no matter where you are in your journey, and I love that because I want everyone to have access to this ebook. Also, if you didn't know, I do have a newsletter on Substack. That link is also down in the description box, and that is a newsletter where I send you news, tips and tricks and advice and new styles that are trending in the fashion and beauty industry. So if you don't have time to keep up with what's trending, it's coming directly to your inbox. There is a free plan and there is a pay plan for $5 a month. With the free plan, you still get a lot of good information, but with the paid plan, you get access to podcasts and other behind scenes of my journey of my fashion brand. So if that's something that you're interested in, I'll have a link to that down in the description box below as well. All right, so I'm gonna stop talking now. I just want to make sure you guys got everything you need. Make sure you get this ebook right here. I promise you it's going to really help you out with staying organized so that you can start hitting your goals. And let's build this $1 billion business, sis, because if Rihanna and Selena Gomez and Kim Kardashian can do it, you can too, sis. So I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you didn't watch my latest video, make sure you click right here. Bye.